Hey guys, this is Josh with Nerf here, and today we have a review of the Nerf N-Strike Thunderblast. So first off, I apologize for the quality, guys. My camera now broke, so I sort of have this propped up and I don't have all my lighting where I would like. It's already not the best as it is normally, so it's really shaky at the moment. I tried doing a unboxing video, just kind of handy camming it, and it came out terrible. Who knows, maybe I'll put it really quick right after this. But anyway, I just wanted to give a quick review of this guy. This is the Thunderblast, obviously. There's not a whole lot that we don't know about this already. It's basically the bottom missile launcher from the Demolisher. Really quick, I was able to find this at Fry's, which is an electronics store over here in California, in the Bay Area. So just a quick note there, because I was looking at Targets, checking DPCIs, looking at Toys R Us's, and I went to return an SD card that corrupted a bunch of footage for our Zing review that we did recently, and this guy was sitting on a shelf. So just sort of be aware of places that might sell Nerf stuff that I knew they had little things, like usually they've got some strong arms there and just sort of stuff like that, like you'd see at, I don't know, a Walgreens or something, and this guy was on the shelf. So, you know, you never hurts to check. Anyway, let's get on to the review of this guy. There's nothing spectacular here. First off, I hate the fact that this is not removable, this stock. It would be the only thing that would really make this blaster worth picking up. I paid $24.99 for this. I believe that's going to be standard retail. Even if it's $20, I don't really feel like it's worth it. Maybe for $10 if you wanted it, just to mess around with, try integrating it into a blaster and putting it under something so you can kind of have a Demolisher rocket on something else. Maybe, that's cool. I mean, totally up to you, but as is, unless you're just really into Demolisher rockets, I know we have a guy, Paul, at our games who's trying to hit everybody who normally comes to our games with Demolisher rockets, and he has one with their names, and he's like taking them off. I know he wants one of these for sure. But let's get into sort of everything else about this blaster. So once again, this stock here, not removable. If it was, it'd be a little bit helpful because it's a decent stock, honestly. It's pretty long, and you can fit, obviously, 2 rockets, so if you're running Demolisher, it would be a great accessory for that. Let's see if I have anything lying around here. This brush will do, hopefully. Hopefully this will show up, but as you can see here, this actually goes completely through. Now, the rocket won't come all the way back here, but my finger won't fit through, but this is just a complete hole in the top and bottom that you can see through. So it's an interesting design choice. It is sort of reminiscent of the skeletal designs that are going on with the Modulus. It does have sort of like a weird grip texture up here. I'm not sure what that's for. It sort of reminds me of a Retaliator priming mech. You are supposed to be able to put this over your shoulder, so I guess you can hold it here and fire. Let's take a look. Let's fire this puppy. And I mean, it's getting pretty much the Demolisher. It's exactly the same thing. So something to note. Let's go with the other side of this blaster. These are actually the rocket holders are a little bit harder to get in than I remember them being on the Demolisher. There's just sort of a little bit of finessing you have to do before they slide right in. Other than that, it keeps them in fairly stable. They're not going to fall out. The one thing I do like about this is that is an improvement over the Demolisher is this guy. Now, many of you will remember on the Demolisher, after you fired, if you don't have a rocket in here to sort of keep the tension, this will just fall willy-nilly while you're running, and it's super annoying. This one, I don't know if you can hear this. It actually locks into place in the back, so you can run around, and it's pretty decent. If you really jam on it, it's going to go off, but for most of your regular running, I don't think you're going to have a problem. Again, the actual length of the stock isn't terrible, but it is really not that comfortable. It's really small, and it's not really quite wide enough to be a super efficient stock, but it doesn't bend or anything, so that is nice. Other than that, I'm not a huge fan of the paint job. I like, obviously, the Elite Blue. I think that this bottom portion should have also been Elite Blue with the white, and maybe just have the handle piece orange, or with orange accents. With this, it makes it really, I don't know, it's just a stark contrast in the blaster. Either you kind of have to go one or the other, or have some sort of, I don't know, something that just made a little bit more sense. This looks like you have a smaller blaster on a bigger blaster, which honestly could have been better. That's about it, guys. I can't think of it. Oh, you've got one tack rail on top. Yeah, I don't know what you really put on here, especially if you're going to be using it the way it's intended, like this. I guess you could put a scope on here and have at it. But that's about it, guys. Nothing phenomenal to see here. You can look down the blaster if you want. I don't know if you can see all of this stuff going on, like my finger going through here. Anyway, that's it, guys. I would not pick it up for the $24.99. Just wait for it to go on sale if you really want one, unless you just really want to start trying to integrate this into something, or you're into cosplay and this looks like a cool bazooka-y type blazer something that you want to make it into. Of course, go for it. That's about all I can think of, guys. Let's see. Grip. The grip, that's actually something I did want to mention. The grip is made out of the same plastic as the stock, which is, if you've ever messed with a Demolisher stock, feels like slightly different plastic than the rest of the body. It's not uncomfortable, but it does feel like a little light in the back, like everything is up front, because even the stock itself feels light compared to the rest of the blaster, if that makes sense. Other than that, the ergonomics on it aren't terrible. This portion does kind of get in the way. I wish that if they were going to do that, like, I have small hands and my thumb fits through here. It's not the most comfortable thing, so I wish they would have maybe extended this down a little bit more, so that stock could have come down here and we got in the way. But I don't know. There's no trigger here, so you don't really need to hold it by this, especially if you're going to do this whole over-the-shoulder type thing. But, yeah, that's it, guys. I'm not going to say it was a disappointment, because really we all sort of knew what we were getting when we saw the preview for this thing. Either you just thought it was neat and kind of stupid and wonky and looked like fun, or you didn't. So that's it, guys. Normally I'd fire this at the camera, but since it's balancing on my tripod, I'm going to not do that and just fire this into the room where my girlfriend is reading. Oh, damn. Alright, well, that's it, guys. As always, stay safe, have fun, happy tagging.